There is a UFO disclosure taking place. Okay, I don't want that thing on the side to be going on. I'm not playing Dragon Fist. So, as I was saying, a glorious UFO disclosure is happening. Is it the Great Deception? Is it the gods returning? Well, first, God. Let's dispel this immediately. I'm tired of people talking about God and threatening me with God, so let's take it back. Of course, you can watch my 3-hour documentary, 3-hour plus, you know, called The Monotheism Deception, using the Bible to debunk monotheism. Excuse me, Satan and the spiritual nature of the angels. So, like I was saying, I mean, look, this is God. It's like there's an A instead of an O. I'm like, you're fucking retarded. That is him. The deity of fortune, so he was rich. He was rich alien. Okay? So, like I said, you can feel free to go look at the Monotheism Deception on my page. It's a 3-hour and 21-minute documentary. And you will be able to see for yourself. 3210. 32140 to be exact. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, look at me. I don't give a fuck what you see. At least it's not tranny porn like Alex Jones. So, let us begin. I want to explain first, actually, that, okay, we're going to be using several sources, right? And I've got a bunch of books here, but this one will be the one we're going to bring in, into question. Because we're obviously going into alien disclosure, which brings up the immediate question of ancient aliens. And you're going to learn it's a lot more sophisticated than that. You're going to learn that fiction has been used to tell you a story. And this right here is actually the beginning of the last chapter of Michael Tellinger's The Slave Species of the Gods. And actually, this is where it begins on the last chapter, talking about where humans are created. So we're going to get back to that. I want to explain to you something, okay? Before we even go anywhere, I want you to see this. I don't care, you can look up all the shit I see. I don't give a fuck. Smith. Even if it was tranny porn, I've watched it. I want some Astolfo Bussy. Tickle your bussy. The Smith Mund Act. I'm not afraid of what you see at all. I have nothing to hide. I'm not a chomo. Look at that. Okay. The Smith-Mund Act of 1948, formerly the U.S. Information and Educational Exchange Act, is the foundational U.S. law authorizing the government to engage in public diplomacy, international broadcasting, and cultural exchange programs. Originally designed to promote better understandings of the U.S. abroad, it established the framework for agencies like the Voice of America, VOA, to produce content for foreign audiences. Well, I'm going to give you a little secret. Trading with the Enemy Act. Technically, I'm not going to break down the legal jargon, but because of these acts right here, there was another one, but this act right here, the Trading with the Enemy Act, version 1 and 2, excuse me, technically, the United States citizen is an adversary. It's an enemy. But technically, the U.S. citizen is also a British citizen and a Roman citizen, as well as a United States citizen. It gets weird. Gets into banking cartels. I mean, after all, banking is an industry. You don't look at it like that. You see it as a way to get money and how to supply currency, but it's a business. Just like that debt that we don't owe because the feds are supposed to regulate currency. And, well, the Federal Reserve is private, so it's illegal debt. Eat that, communist. You're only communist because you don't get money. I was going to say you don't get laid, but it's neither here nor there. Like and subscribe and thumb up or whatever you're going to do. I really don't care. This is to build me in the algorithm. So anyway, as I was saying, we have the, shit. What the hell am I doing? Tickle your pussy. So the Smith-Mund Act, right? You know what really grinds my gears? We have public proof of this, and people are just dumb. The Templar were right, even though I'm not one. I love you. Project Mockingbird. So right there, let's see what this is. We have actual proof things, right? Basically, this boils down to the United States can put propaganda in your fiction. And look at this. This is an alleged program, so called, even though there's more proof than you would like to fucking admit right there. So, and Obama era policy, the name escapes me of the bill, but it's what gives them permission to put propaganda in our shows. So, you'd think Japan, right? We nuked them and made them a trading partner. Well, take a look at this Otsutsuki clan symbol. Looky right here. What does that look like to you? Oh, obviously, it's Naruto. It's the Moon Clan, right? Take a good look at this picture right here. You see that? That is for Samash, a deity that's also in the Bible. I went into a few deities within the Bible that are clearly not false idols, but the different Elohim that are represented. But Shamash is no more than Shamash, because they're all from the same area. Like I said, please look at my video on this. 3 hours debunking monotheism with the Bible itself. Really extraordinary shit. So who is this Samash character? So why is he bringing it up in connection to the Otsutsuki? The Moon Clan, right? Well, Samash is Utu, right? Utu. Oh, shit. He's gonna break that down, says the New World Order. Hell yeah, he is. Samash. Oh, there's Utu. See, the son, but who is his sister? Inanna. So, twin brother. Now, you've got a thing here. Is it their twin brother? Or could it be something a little bit deeper? And we're going to get into all of that. So, is it a twin brother? Well, let's take it to the great old... I don't want to beat around the bush. I'm not known for beating around the bush. So, let's go up to the big favorite in UFO lore, Ashtar, infamously the Ashtar Sharan in the Galactic Federation. Whoops, nope, it's actually the Moabian god of war, actually. Oh, no, so, yeah, I used the word god. I'm even correcting myself. The Elohim of war. So look at this. Oh, there's Ahura Mazda and their monotheism. Never bring up the Temple of Amun, the Jews before the Jews, and the blood of Akhenaten. We kind of forget that asshole was a tyrant who worshipped the sun. So, not the sun. He just brought up the sun. So what is the connection to Atar? Well, Inanna, right? Let's go back to that Inanna. Just type in tranny. This is all shit you can look up on Google. So there's a bunch of things talking about the tranny priestesses of Inanna. And I have nothing against trans people. That's just my hick language. I'm kind of a hick, so I still use those terms. I'll use transgender, okay? I have nothing against them. So, look, you got Inanna, right? So, this right here has a bunch of transgender initiates and priest class. So, Inanna, right, is a goddess, a so-called goddess, right? A war deity, and if she's tranny, Astaroth then, right? Because Ashtaroth, right? Ashtaroth. Let's talk about it. No, the biblical connection between them is Astarte. And there you go. Astarte is a powerful ancient Near Eastern goddess of fertility, sexuality, and war. This is a direct counterpart to Easter, and it's not Ishtar, okay? You retarded conspiracy theorists don't say the name right at all. That's not how you say that name. It's not Ishtar, it's Easter. If you say her name right, which these people never do intentionally to mislead you, that's what you're worshiping. Look at that bunny. So, Kaguya. Trust me, this is going to make sense. So looky there. Anybody watch Naruto? And why is it the same thing? It's the same thing in Dragon Ball. They fight all of the opponents until they reach the strongest of their contemporary people. And then what happens? Aliens, Raditz, Madara, wake up to reality. I'm telling you, it's all connected, man. Madara is Raditz. So who is this? Okay, who is Kaguya Otsutsuki? Once again, we're bringing up that Otsutsuki clan. And remember, keep this in mind. The ability to put propaganda in fiction, Trading with the Enemy Act, and the Smith-Mundt Act, right? Japan got nuked and then made anime, okay? And this right here is the bold connecting piece to it all. These New World Order types got bold, I tell you, putting everything in our face like that. In fiction and media, it's not just a hidden eye symbol and a triangle. Everything that they've ever done, the heroes of old and men of renown have ever done, is right before your very eyes in the TV shows, the comic books, everything's right there. So who is this? White Rabbit. They even tell you. You know what Shinto is in the Japanese religion? Shit, my bad. They believe, a saying in Shinto is, there's a grain of truth in everything. Follow the white rabbit. Well, Matrix, I'm following the right white rabbit. So look, I want you to keep an eye on fortune. The white rabbit mythology spans global cultures, frequently symbolizing the moon. So we got the moon, selflessness, good fortune, and spiritual renewal. So, who is this? I'm going to skip right to it. This is the infamous whore of Babylon, ladies and gentlemen. Looky right there. Looky right there. A goddess of love, fortune, war, and sensuality. This is the true secret that they've hid from you. This right here is the key goddess. This is Isis. This is your main deity. The voluptuous but small-titted but still great Nanaya, the Moon Queen. Selene, goddess. Right? Okay. So, what does this have to do? Okay, let's go back to the Otsutsuki clan. So there it is again. Look closely, okay? Look at it exactly. I'll give you a second to just really look at this. Every bit of pattern. Do you see it? Okay, now I'm about to blow your mind. Boom! What do you have there? You don't think that looks the same, more or less? Yeah, that's the same thing. So you have ancient history right before your very eyes. The sun symbol of the ancient Mesopotamian god Shamash, Utu, is primarily depicted as a four-pointed star with wavy rays emanating from between the points, often enclosed within a circle. As the deity of justice, truth, and light, this solar symbol represented his power to dispel darkness, evil, and ignorance. So, if it's about the moon, this is what I picked up on, giving you the truth. House of Silva. Look at all those news quotes. That's like looking at my history. It's like, oh, I can see all of his history. I feel dirty. I feel like I'm in on an inside secret. Well, you kind of are. Now you're in on the open secret. Am I affiliated with anybody? Nope, but my family are Masons and Goodfellows. And a big military family. So look, you see the story that's being told? So, the Magic Knights. You see it, right? Maybe she did have big titties. It's the symbolism, you morons. But this is always the thing here, see? They tell you everything. Seriously. They tell you everything, the story of the men of old and heroes of renown. That's the House Silva. But when you really understand what's being said, That's the clan of the moon, but it's not just the moon. Therefore, I've identified for you the House Silva. In real life. Magic Knights, Ronnie? What the hell are you talking about? My name's Ronnie. I'm King Majora, but I don't care that you know my name. So, I'm a felon. I beat up Homeland Security, the whole 9 yards. You can look me up. But this whole thing is rather clear. And there's the cross. You know that Nibiru, the planet of the crossing, and we'll get into this. Maybe another time. Maybe I'll make this a series. You know what I mean? I need to get myself some views. So I'm going to make some more videos, but I know that I don't have much of a signal on here, so I'm not going to keep you going for too long. But this is going to be a series. Who are the aliens? Who are the UFOs? Well, you're just beginning to scratch the surface, and this will be a several-part series. So stay tuned, and then you too will know who the aliens are. That's about all. Peace out.